Nottingham Forest Arsenal ends in a 0-0 draw. A game that I don't think anybody's going to want to rewatch. It was boring. It was dull. It was kind of like our attack. Really and truly, one to forget. Let's get into it. Honestly, they're letting us down. The board, the club, the team, the attack. What can we do? Yes, people, what's going on? It's you got Talk Football. We're back again with another video. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new, and of course, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the Nottingham Forest game versus Arsenal. And I'm just gonna start off by saying we all watched that game right now, and if you didn't watch the game, let me save you and give you the spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to go and watch that game ever again. That was a very, very, very poor display from Arsenal. Offensively, we could not contribute at all. The team did not do anything to help us get that win. We couldn't do anything offensively. We're actually quite lucky that our defense is so good, and the likes of Gabriel, Saliba, and David Raya saved our asses on numerous occasions. Now, Saliba made a last-ditch tackle to completely take out a player. Raya made a one-on-one save versus Chris Wood, and Gabriel was doing his job also. I would say Timber was also on job. So those four had themselves a wonderful game. The defense of Arsenal was never in question. Although there was one player in the defense that I would say I have a lot of questions about, and we're going to get on to him in a second, Mr. Calafiori. What on earth was Calafiori doing today, ladies and gentlemen? What on earth was Calafiori's role in the team today? Was he at times he was playing as a striker, and he was our only player who got a registered shot, and his shot wasn't even on target. He missed it. It hit the bar. But we need to talk about Calafiori. Calafiori is not a good defender. Calafiori is actually better in this game as a forward than he was as a defender. 1v1 in the first minutes of the game, Callum Hudson-Odoi absolutely left him for dead and said, you know what, let me take this dance. And he made him shimmy, bang, he was gone. And next thing you know, Calafiori had to take him down with his hands, got a yellow card. I think he got his yellow card in like the second minute of the game or something like that. Yeah, the third minute of the game, he got his yellow card. Calafiori was all over the place, and Arteta had to take him off. He took him off after 46 minutes. We're lucky he even lasted to the half, because there was an incident later in the game where the player just went straight down the moment he seen Calafiori. He thought it was going to be a sending off or a foul, but he literally clearly dived. Honestly, very disappointing display from Calafiori. And you know what? He's 22. He's still adapting to the Premier League, but for an Arsenal team that needs to go and push on and win league titles and go and push on and get further and further in progression, Calafiori today was one of the players that I want to highlight as a poor performer in this game. We need to call him out. Another player that we're going to talk about. If we go on to the other wing, Timber. Guys, Timber has not missed many games this season. This is a guy off the back of an ACL injury having performances like this week in, week out. Timber has played 23 out of the 24 games he's played this season. He started and played majority of the minutes, and he's been playing nonstop. This guy, I got to give it up to Timber. As much as we criticize a lot of players, Timber's one guy who low-key is like one of the player of the season candidates, because he's been consistent, he's been available, and this is a guy who's coming off a knee injury, off an ACL injury. Unbelievable what Timber's been doing, and you got to give Timber the utmost credit for his performances for Arsenal. I honestly do believe Timber is going underrated what he's been doing at Arsenal for the last couple of weeks. This season in general. Now, just to show you guys, Arteta changed up the lineup. He took Thomas Partey out of the team for this game, and he then brought him on later in the game. I don't think taking Thomas Partey out was a tactical decision. I think it was strictly just to rest him. Sorry, one second. Let me show you guys the lineup one more time. So yeah, I think he took Thomas Partey out of the team for rest. I don't think it was a tactical reason. Let's be honest. Jorginho started. He did not really benefit us much. I thought the midfield could have used Thomas Partey. I thought Jorginho didn't really do much. Jorginho didn't really do much for me. But the real person I'm looking at is not Declan Rice. It's not Jorginho, although Declan Rice has to shoot. Declan Rice, in the position that he finds himself in, right in front of the box, he has to shoot. You cannot do that. Another guy, Martin Odegaard, the captain, supposed to be our best player, created one chance in the game, and overall, in the 85 minutes that he played, I found myself more frustrated with his end product than I did with anything else in this game. I'm looking at everybody in this pitch, and I'm saying to myself, Martin Odegaard, you are the most senior captain leader in this team. You're supposed to get us through this tough period, but more and more, I'm starting to realize that Martin Odegaard is not the guy who we think he is in that creative 10 position. He's more of an 8, and he does not have that goal scoring in his game. Although he did score 15 goals in the past, it doesn't look like that's coming back anytime soon. And when there's great players around him, he performs well, but because he plays in the pockets, he plays in between the half spaces, and he does those things. He does his best work in those spaces. But when you don't have the pieces around him to finish those chances, he just looks like a bang average player in these kind of games when nobody around him can finish the chances that he's creating. But today, he didn't even create many chances. Once again, Ethan stand out for the attack. Ethan was one of the best players in that attack. Ethan is constantly showing us what he is made of. He had 3 shots, and 2 of them were from outside the box. One of them was inside the box. He was played for 77 minutes, and I felt like for the time that Ethan was on the pitch, every time he had the ball, I felt like he was progressing us forward thinking, and he's probably one of the best players in this team. A shining light coming out of this poor season, to be fair. Now, we got to talk about the next 2. The next 2 is going to be interesting because I don't know what some of these guys' roles are. And we have to have a discussion about them. First things first. What on earth was Mikel Moreno doing on the pitch today? What was Mikel Moreno's role? Was he playing left back? Was he playing in the midfield? Was he playing at striker? You know the honest truth? He played in every single one of those positions. There was a moment where he was playing in Calafiori's position, and Calafiori was playing in the 9. There was a moment where he was playing in the striker position, and he was utterly useless. Then he was also in the midfield for a couple minutes as somebody else jumped up top. Honestly, I don't know what Arteta is doing with Mikel Moreno. It worked versus Leicester. It's not working again. You need to change it up on some more. You can't expect Mikel Moreno to come on as a striker and score every single game. He offered us nothing in the 90 minutes. The only time he was good was when we had a corner and he headed the ball from a corner. Those were his moments to shine, when he's heading the ball in corner situations. Throughout the 90 minutes, he barely got involved in that attack, barely got involved. And the moment where he's going to be the most memorable is when he lost his shoe. And that's the most memorable moment I have from him in this game. He created 2 chances. He had 2 shots, but if I'm not mistaken, both of those shots were headers at the edge of the box, and one was blocked. The other one didn't even get saved. The other one got saved, I mean. So fair play. He got 2 shots on target. He got 2 shots. Overall, he did not really offer us much. He touched the ball 24 times, had 18 passes completed, and this was a guy who's relatively non-existent in the game. Now, he's not the only one that I'm going to blame. There's another guy I need to talk about. Where is he? Where is it? Let me find that picture. I need to find the picture of Leandro Trossard, because Leandro Trossard, this was one of his worst performances in an Arsenal shirt. Leandro Trossard today, what on earth are you doing? What on earth was Leandro Trossard doing? He's sizing up the man one-on-one and then not even doing nothing. Now, don't get me wrong, he still created a lot of chances, but of course, he's spamming the ball into the box trying to do something. He's constantly hesitating and not knowing what he's going to do. Honestly, I feel like Leandro Trossard at times he's one of the most frustrating players to watch. He does not have pace anymore. He does have the technical skills and the ability to do like those Cruyff turns to get away from defenders, but outside of that, he can't beat people with pace. He wasn't really getting his shooting boots on, and overall, I don't want to criticize him too much, but I just think another player who was having an extremely poor game. But what options do we have? What options do we have? Ladies and gentlemen, if we beat PSV, which even that is a question at this point, we might be going to the Bernabeu and having Kieran Tierney coming on as the auxiliary left back. Imagine that. You're going to play Real Madrid in the Bernabeu, and Kieran Tierney is coming on as a left wing back. Not a left wing back, as a left winger. And then on top of that, you have Raheem Sterling coming in to play as a false 9, and then you're going to have friggin' Zinchenko coming in for Declan Rice as a backup 8. Like, right now, we are so screwed. We are so screwed. The rest of the season is a problem. We need some of those attacking players to come back as soon as possible. Be a Bukayo Saka, be a Gabriel Martinelli. And people are saying, why, Igal? Why? Why do you need these guys back? Why do you need somebody back? Because we are fucked if none of them come back. Right now, we are 6 points behind. 6 points behind us is Nottingham Forest. 7 points behind us is Manchester City. Now, I'm not worried too much that they're going to catch us in the league. But if we continue to perform like this, our defense cannot save us. We are not scoring goals. We don't have an attack. Our attack is useless. And we do not have the personnel on the bench to make any changes. You can criticize the manager as much as you want, but the players that we have to our disposal, due to the fucking stupid recruitment team who didn't sign nobody in the summer of quality in the attack, and who did not sign nobody of quality in the January window, have left us in the situation where we're going away to Nottingham Forest looking like absolutely useless attack. That game was utterly woeful, and for I don't know how long. What was it? How long were we on top of the game? That was better than the West Ham game. Yes, it was much better than the West Ham game. We were much more forward thinking. I think Nottingham Forest respected us too much. I think Nottingham Forest respected us too much. I think if Nottingham Forest actually took the game to us like they did versus Newcastle, they probably would have got a win from this game. Their attack had more threat than we did. And I don't know how we are going to get results with this attack. We cannot expect set pieces to win us games. We haven't scored a set piece goal since Manchester United. If I'm not mistaken, that's the last time we scored a set piece goal. Am I wrong? When was the last time we scored a set piece goal? I don't remember us scoring a set piece goal in a long time. We can't rely on set pieces. We need to see some of these guys step up. Martin Odegaard is our goddamn captain. He's getting outperformed by a 17-year-old. Jorginho's coming into this game for what? For senior citizen minutes? I don't think Jorginho is even that bad, but like he's just not up to scratch anymore to be a game changer. He's more like a passenger in these games. He just and overall, the thing that frustrates me the most, the thing that makes me just look at this team and say, you know what? What are we honestly planning on doing with this team? What are we honestly planning on doing for the rest of the season? How are we going to get results? Forget about the title. The title is gone. The title was done. The title was done last weekend. Forget about it. Anybody thinking, oh, this is another blow to the title hopes. The title was finished. Forget about the title. It's no longer about the title. It's about securing your position in the league, securing yourself. We do not have a set piece threat any longer at this moment in time. Nottingham Forest, that's a great point for them because they stay out, they get themselves in the top 4. And honestly, my biggest fucking concern coming out of this game is the 22-year-old we signed in the summer. And with Miles Lewis-Skelly out of the team, this guy's shaky, bro. This guy is shaky. He is the weak link in that defense today. There's a reason why Miles Lewis-Skelly plays. And the games when Calafiori plays, he's no better than Zinchenko at left back. At least Zinchenko offered us something in the possession. Calafiori offers us something in the attack, but what on earth was his defending like? I'm extremely concerned about Calafiori's defending. And that is something that we're gonna have to worry about. I've already spoken about Mikel Moreno. I don't know what more I can say about Mikel Moreno. The team is just shockingly bad once again. And you know what? It's just one phase. I think the midfield is not miles off. I think the attack is just so shit that everybody else comes down, plays down to their level sometimes, and just makes everybody look worse. Arsenal now have a couple games, a couple of tough games coming up. We're gonna have the likes of Manchester United, PSV, twice, Chelsea, Fulham. We got ourselves a tough little schedule coming up in March. Tough little schedule coming up. I honestly don't know what type of Arsenal attack we're gonna see, but if we see anything like what we've seen in the last couple of games, we did not score a goal since the Leicester game. And in that Leicester game, we kind of got lucky. The last 3 games, if they're an example of what we're gonna see for the rest of the season, boys and girls, PSV will beat us in the Champions League. We're gonna be knocked out. Manchester United have a better attack than us right now, and Manchester United are in a relegation battle. Chelsea don't have Jackson, they don't have Felix anymore, they don't have any of these guys, but they still have more better attacking players than us right now. If it wasn't for the likes of Gabriel and Saliba, I don't know what I would say. I would lose sleep at night if it wasn't for those two. And finally, people want to talk about Arteta. What could Arteta have done differently today? Honestly. What could Arteta have done differently today to change the game? He brought on Kieran Tierney, he brought on Zinchenko, he brought on Raheem Sterling, he brought on Thomas Partey, he brought on Ben White. He tried playing Calafiori as a forward. He tried playing Mikel Moreno as a forward. He tried playing friggin' he even had a moment where Declan Rice was playing as a forward. You had times where Zinchenko was playing as a left back. Mikel Moreno was playing as a center, was playing as a left back. He did so many things to try to change and disrupt Nottingham Forest. I honestly don't think the manager could have done anything different. This attack is just toothless. You can't coach shit. If the guys are playing shit and they're not performing and they don't look good in the final third, what can you do? Now, you can go back and say we should have signed better players in the January window, should have signed better players in the summer. I fully agree with you there. Fully agree with you there. Fully 110%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we have to deal with until the rest of the season. Better recruitment. That is what we could have done. I honestly think Egal doesn't believe most of the bullshit he says, or does he? Why is this the first comment that I end up pulling up? Bro, you're honestly ridiculous. If you think I'm coming on here just to lie to people for what? What do I benefit to come out here and tell you guys things that I don't believe? Man City are not going to finish above us. Man City are not going to finish above us. They're going to have hiccups themselves. Can you prove you're not AI, Egal? I just read your comment, so that just proves I'm not AI. What else is there? I'm just thinking, is there anything else that I missed out that I didn't speak about? I pretty much spoke about all the players who came on and everything else. I don't know what else to say. So I'm gonna just do my player ratings, and you let me know if you guys agree or disagree with my player ratings. Or you know what? Let's get into the first things first. Let's do the player ratings. What are we giving David Raya for player ratings? Let me know. What are we giving David Raya? Arsenal player ratings, guys. Let me know what you guys are giving the players. What ratings are you giving the players today? So I'm going to start with David Raya. What did he do? He made a last ditch tackle. He made a good save versus Chris Wood. I'll give him a 6. Yeah, I give him a 6. Solid performance. 6.57. You know what? Yeah, give him a 6. Give him a 6. Solid performance. Timber, he had Elanga on straps. He did his thing. I'll give him a 6.5. Solid performance from him. I thought William Saliba, he had the moment of the game for Arsenal. That last ditch tackle Saliba made was the moment of the game for Arsenal. They could have scored from that. That was the moment where Nottingham Forest had to score the goal and win the game for themselves. And I'm going to give it to Saliba. He stopped us. He stopped them. I'm going to give Saliba probably one of the higher ratings in the game. I'll give him a 7. Gabriel Magalhaes, solid performance, a lot of clearances, aerial duels won. He did everything he needed to do. Solid performance from Gabriel Magalhaes. I'm going to give Gabriel Magalhaes similar rating to I think the whole back line is going to get 6.5s or 7s. So I'm going to give Raya 6.5, Timber 6.5, Saliba and Gabriel both 7s. Calafiori, terrible performance, early booking. He got better in with the attacking phase, but overall, I'm going to give him a bang average performance. I thought he was a 5 out of 10. Jorginho, he was all right. What did he really do wrong? What did he really do well? 5.5, decent performance, not the best. Declan Rice, he needs to do better. Declan Rice needs to do better. His corners lately have been poor also. But yeah, so overall performance, I'll give Declan Rice a 6. Martin Odegaard. Honestly, I expect so much from Martin Odegaard. I've been putting him in conversations with KDB, Bruno, telling people I put him in Real Madrid combined 11s like an idiot. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, Martin Odegaard has not influenced the game the way I would expect him to influence the game, and I think he's probably one of the worst performing players in this game for me. So I'm gonna give him below average, 4.5. Ethan, once again, Ethan is just so much of a bright light in this team. He makes it so much easier for these guys to play, get the ball moving, pushing forward. I'll give Ethan a solid 6.5. Solid performance from him. Trossard, although he created a lot of chances, he was extremely frustrating for me to watch, constantly making mistakes, constantly losing the ball in the final third, constantly being indecisive with his decision making at times. He had a 50-50 game for me, so I'll give him a 5.5. And then Mikel Moreno, what did he do? He had 2 headers, and he was playing left wing, center mid, sometimes striker. He was all over the place. Honestly, can't fault him. He probably tried his best, but really did not really benefit us much. Give him a 5.5. Kieran Tierney came on. He looked decent in the attacking phase. At least he has pace, and he could do something. But once again, poor. The attack is still poor. So Kieran Tierney even playing as a auxiliary left back or auxiliary left winger is not going to benefit you too much. Zinchenko, same thing. Didn't bring much to the game. Came in kind of late. Raheem Sterling, good cross actually to end the game. Raheem Sterling made a good cross, created a chance for Zinchenko, but Zinchenko didn't shoot it. And Thomas Partey, not enough minutes to even rate him. Ben White, not enough minutes to even rate him. So that's pretty much my player ratings for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to wrap it up here. Ego, come on. Come to your fucking senses. What do these people want? What do you guys want? You guys want me to sit here, yell and scream about Arteta? I'm not going to do that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. I will be doing a video tomorrow with Dan Potts. So I'll catch you guys on that video with Dan Potts tomorrow around 5:30. What time am I going to do it? 5:30, something like that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And this has been another poor performance from Arsenal. Hopefully we can pick it up and get our shit together, because we do not want to see more of these poor performances in the foreseeable future. But yeah, I'm going to transfer you guys over to Sophie's channel, and do me a favor, let Sophie know that she is going to get relegated. Anyways, I'm out of here, people. Catch you guys in the next one. Love for the love. Peace. Why is this not ending?